Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. This is the second time I've tried to do this video because the first one was A, all over the place, and B, I had so many interruptions and it was a mess. Anyway, we're going to try this again. The message that came to me this morning was, you were never meant to struggle. That was excuse me, that was never the purpose for us when we came here on earth, was to struggle. It is the human existence that has been created over time for us to struggle. Because we've been brainwashed to think that there's something wrong with you, or there's something wrong with somebody else if they're not like you. And that is the biggest lie. That is because it's all part of division. You know, you can even look at the Bible and the people that created the Bible. They put division in there for a reason. If you're like this, you're wrong. If you do this, you're going to hell. And I was interrupted again, but we're going to go with it. I don't know what I was saying, but that's okay. The Bible created the people that created the Bible put division in there and started teaching that nonsense because they knew that as long as we were divided, as long as we were looking at each other as less than, or we were looking at ourselves as less than, because it teaches that Jesus is better than you. Jesus is divine, but you're just a human. Sorry, I had to put my dog out. I'm tired. Oh my God. But you're taught God is out there. Jesus is out there. You have to go through Jesus to get to God because Jesus is better than you. You're taught all this nonsense of, if you do this, you're going to hell. If you do that, you're going to hell. So therefore, you have Christians judging you. You have different religions judging each religion. You have people looking at other people as they're less than, or they're messed up. And and when I was thinking about this, the topic of you were not meant to struggle, when you look back at the Native American people that were here before the white man showed up, they were very in touch with nature and spirit. They knew what to plant, what to heal, to nourish their bodies. They knew how to heal themselves. And then we came in, i.e. the white man, and it's almost like that's why we took them out of here, because we saw the unity. They helped each other. They were a community that helped each other. The greed and the corruption saw that as a threat, because you can be mad at Satan all day long. You can blame Satan all day long. Satan's here for a reason. It is your choice which path you choose. Like I've said before, God created all angels. I mean, I told my husband the other day, I said, people want to look at the fact that, okay, well, Satan is not God. Satan is not of God. Satan is evil, all this kind of stuff. And yet, we're taught that because Satan had a different thought, he wanted to take over, whatever, God kicked him out of heaven. He was a fallen angel. He still started out as an angel. I choose to believe it's a different spin and that God created everything with a purpose. Satan just happened to be the angel to perpetuate that side of you. There's nothing wrong with it. It just is. So if you choose greed, if you choose to perpetuate division, you are allowing Satan to help you. That's what his job is. That's what he's there for. So people want to blame God for what you're going through. And I did this, when I went through my dark night of the soul and I was in that dark place, I felt like God had turned his back on me. And then I went to God doesn't even exist, because if there is a God, why would I be going through this? So I've been there. When you start to understand that what you went through, what you're going through, was because of you, and it's not a judgment, it's not something to blame, it's not something to be angry at or anything. It just is. You stop blaming God. You stop blaming Satan. You stop blaming everybody. You don't even blame yourself. It is difficult when you're in that situation to see it for anything other than it's got to be somebody else's fault. Why is somebody, i.e. God, Satan, whoever, my neighbor, doing this to me? It comes from way back. The limiting beliefs of division, judgment, blame, guilt, shame, all of that nonsense that we were brainwashed with way back. Because again, when you're looking at there's something wrong with me, there's something wrong with somebody else, you're not happy. You're not in a state of love. You're not in a state of flow. You're in a state of judgment and division. When you are in a state of division because somebody else is different than you, and therefore, again, you're judging them, you can't have unity. The saying, united we stand, divided we fall. Why do you think the world is in the shape that it's in right now? Because we're so divided. So divided. Because we're taught the different religions are wrong. There's one religion. Okay, well, it depends on who you're talking to. We're taught there's different races. Each race looks at themselves as they're okay, but the other races look at them like they're different. There's something wrong with them. It's your perspective. So therefore, there's nothing wrong with any of it. Because if I'm looking at being a Christian and I'm looking at Catholics, as Catholics don't worship God, they worship Mother Mary. And I'm not Catholic, so if I screwed that up, I apologize. No, I really don't. It just, I don't know. So I didn't, anyway. The thing is, and Catholics want to look at Christians as they're wrong and they're going to hell. Okay, so if you have two opposing sides and they both think they're right, ultimately, aren't they both right? They're either both right or they're both wrong. Let's go with they're both right. You have white people looking at black people or Mexicans or Indians as they're not white. There's something wrong with them. And you have the black people looking at white people and the Mexicans and the Indians as there's something wrong with them. So again, you have, and then you've got the same thing with the Indians and the Mexicans and all that kind of stuff. They're all looking at other races as they're not like us. We can't trust them. There's something wrong with them. Whatever. So if you have all these opposing opinions and everybody thinks they're right, ultimately, isn't everything right? If you have gay people and straight people, straight people think that gay people are messed up. Gay people don't understand how you can be straight. So if you're both looking at it as I'm right, aren't you all right? We need to stop the division. We need to stop the judgment. That's where suffering comes from. Because now, it's not even just, oh, somebody else is messed up. Now you start looking at you. And then in the ascension process, you're going through and you're like, oh, well, so-and-so is ahead of me. So what am I doing to mess up? How can I catch up? What am I supposed to do to fix this? And I was there. So I get it. I speak from where I came from. The thing is, you're not messed up. I don't care what you went through. I don't care what your past lives, whatever, have been. It has been perfect for your existence. Your struggle is coming from the fact that you think you're messed up and you need to fix something. And you look at people that woke up before you as I gotta get there. I gotta, they're telling me I need to do X, Y, Z, and I need to figure this out. Or you're looking at or you're awake and you're looking at people that are still asleep, going, when are you going to wake up? And yes, it's frustrating because there are parts of the asleep people that are the problem, perpetuating the problem. of division and control and greed, and they're perpetuating that. We're trying to stop it so we can get beyond that point. But again, accept what comes as it comes, which means, I'm finally at the point where I get this. It's not that I'm done ascending. I'm not done trying to better myself. But as something comes up, I look at it. Does it make sense? Okay, I'll do it. If it doesn't make sense, if it stresses me, I don't do it. I mean, if somebody tells you, if you watch a video and somebody tells you that you're supposed to go out and eat grass because grass is from the earth, it's from, it's filled with sunshine, God created it, all that kind of stuff, are you going to just shift your existence and start eating grass? You better take care of your family, because your body wasn't designed to eat grass. That's what cows eat. Grass is a whole nother process that your body was not designed to break down. But the thing is, we go into, oh my God, to ascend, I need to start eating grass. And I think of it as ridiculous, or don't. It's all the same thing. You're told to ascend, you need to do whatever. You need to meditate hours on end. And then if you don't, you feel guilty or you feel like you're doing something wrong. If it resonates with you, do it. That does not resonate with me. Journaling does not resonate with me. If it resonates with you, do it. But don't feel like you have to do it. Don't feel like you have to do this stuff or you're wrong. You don't have to figure out what's wrong with you and, oh my God, I got to clear it. As things come up, yes, if something triggers you, figure out why. You might have to sit and meditate. You might have to do breath work. You might have to do, and know that there is no have to. You might choose to. You might choose to do a theta healing session. Whatever it is to clear it, clear it. Things come up for a reason. Life lessons come up for a reason. You're going to get it when you're meant to get it. Some of them, because we've been geared to think that, oh, if I do this, I'm wrong, or somebody's going to judge me. Who cares? Again, we have been, the corruption, the people that want to take over the world have brainwashed us for so many years. We're waking up to this fact. But you were never sent here to struggle. So that's why I say, and others say, let go. Just go with the flow. Just be happy. So many people are struggling because they're trying to figure this out. And they feel like God is punishing them. No, God is not punishing you. You are struggling. Your body is shifting. Your body is going through an adjustment. You are learning a whole new way of life, a whole new existence. That's perfectly normal. It's perfectly perfect. So, it's your choice whether you continue to struggle or not. And even because I have bad days. I thought about it this morning. And for those of you, if you are still in this process of you're having more bad days than not, because I used to. So if you're still there and you're still having bad days where everything is like, sorry, I have a cough. Where it's like the world is dumping on you and you feel like you just go into that negative place where everything's negative. Everything is negative. I want you to sit down and write out on a good day when things are happy. I want you to sit down and write everything you're grateful for. I don't care how small, I don't care how big. I want you to look at everything in your life. The fact that you're here, be grateful for that. Write that down. The experiences, the things that you've done and throughout your life that brought you joy. Even the small things. Even if it's a pet, if it's a family member, if it's a house, if it's a motorcycle, my daughter's getting ready to get a guinea pig for her daughter, my granddaughter. Write it down. Everything. I don't care how many pages it takes. I want you to write it down. Because when you go into that, the world is shitting on me, nothing is right, I screw up everything, I never get sleep, nobody ever likes me. Because I've been there. Why am I here? What is the point? I want you to go back and look at that list and start at the top and say, I am grateful for. And think about everything that's on that list and say, I am grateful for my cats, my dog, my husband, my house, my daughter, my granddaughter. I am grateful for my life. I'm grateful for the fact that I've made it this far. Whatever that is for you, I want you to start, because when you start shifting your mindset and stay in more of a positive mindset, you will get out of that crap faster. Because usually you get in that crap, and I know because I've been there, you go in that downward spiral and it just starts piling on top of each other. And then the negative stuff comes in and more negative stuff comes in and more negative stuff comes in. So I want you to stop it. And with every I am grateful for, I want you to breathe in deep. Breathe that gratitude in. And then let go of any anxiety. Just let it go. Breathe it out. See it coming out. See it coming out as black smoke, black goop, black whatever. Breathe in light, breathe in love with each thing you're grateful for. Don't hyperventilate yourself. But you need to find you are perfectly normal. Accept what is, accept what comes as it comes. Don't try to force this. Stop looking at all the videos trying to figure out, and that was what I was going to say a bit ago. The hard crap started happening, at least for me, when I started watching all these videos, trying to learn how to manifest. Sweetie, I was manifesting long before YouTube came out. So were you. So were you. You trying to make it happen, you trying to figure this out, is where your stress comes in, is where you're stopping and halting and slowing down the process. You beating yourself up and feeling like you're missing the boat because you had a bad day or you had a negative thought. I've been there too. You're human. You're dumping years of programming, lifetimes of negative programming. It doesn't happen overnight. All of us have been, will go through the ascension process. There are a lot of people still going through it. Look at the number of people that woke up when 2020 happened. And a lot of people have woken up since. Look at the number of people that woke up when they tried to kill Trump. Look at the number of people that have woken up since he's been elected because they see that the nonsense the Democrats are pulling. Democrats are waking up. That's how messed up it is. And as you start waking up, you start this journey. It may not be fun, but I can tell you it's worth it. Because you get to a place that is so much better. When you get to the place where you just understand everything is. And again, that's not oh God, I got to get there. It will happen when it's meant to happen. You can't make it happen. No more than I could. So I hope this helps you. Again, we were never meant to struggle. It was, duality was put here on this planet for a reason. We had the choice. We always have had the choice on which side of that equation we wanted to be on. The negative side of it, you've got black and white. The dark side of it is what created division and judgment and all of those things to keep you under their control. So anyway, this is a very deep, I could spend hours on this and I'm not going to, but I want you to think about it. I want you to step back and think about how long the division, the judgment has played out. And then step back, and not from a place of judgment, but step back and look at you. Where are you judging yourself? And stop Stop trying to figure this out. Stop judging yourself and comparing yourself to other people. That's where your stress is coming from. That's where your tension, that's where hell on earth is. So I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you like this video. You share it with others. You subscribe to my channel. Because like I said the other day, when Jesus said, accept what comes as it comes, think about it. It's very profound. It's more than just words. It's like everything else he said. It's a metaphor. It's huge. Everything he said was huge. We take it as the freaking tree. You need to step back and see the forest. So I love you. I hope you have an amazing day, and we will talk soon.